In Season 6, Episode 16 of The Curse of Oak Island, the crew decides to dismantle the concrete crane pad used in the construction of the Smith's Cove cofferdam. As a result of the dye test conducted the previous episode, which appeared to verify the existence of a flood tunnel connecting the Money Pit area with Smith's Cove, the boys believed that the convergence point of the supposed Smith's Cove box drains might lie beneath the crane pad. Before they can dismantle the structure, however, they will first need to obtain a permit from the Nova Scotian government. Later, Alex Lagina, Jack Begley, Peter Fernetti, and diver Tony Sampson travel by boat to the areas of interest off Oak Island's South Shore Cove, which were indicated by the LiDAR scan carried out in Season 6, Episode 14. Alex and Tony dive on the first anomaly, which proves to be two rocks forming a triangle which appears to point toward the Money Pit. The second anomaly, which some had suspected might be an anchor, proves to be a kelp-covered rock. This is not the first time that divers investigated sea rocks in the waters off Oak Island. In Season 1, Episode 2, Marty Lagina, Alex Lagina, and Tony Sampson dove on a number of underwater stones which Sampson had previously discovered off Smith's Cove. On the seafloor, at a depth of 25 feet, the divers discovered 3 rectangular stones covered in seaweed, each of them different sizes. The largest stone was furthest from the shore, the smallest stone was closest to the shore, and all 3 appeared to line up with a similar stone on Smith's Cove, and with the Money Pit area beyond. Later, in Season 3, Episode 8, the crew investigated a number of underwater anomalies off the boulderless beach in the South Shore Cove, which were discovered by the Bedford Institute of Oceanography. While conducting a sonar scan of the seafloor off Oak Island's southern shore, the crew discovered a perfect underwater triangle which seemed to point in the general direction of the mysterious stone triangle that once lay on the beach. In the following episode, marine archaeologist Rod Peterson dove on the underwater triangle and discovered an indentation on its surface, which he suggested might be man-made. Following Peterson's discovery, Marty Lagina, Alex Lagina, and Tony Sampson suited up and investigated the rock themselves. During this dive, Sampson discovered another large triangular rock which appeared to line up with the first rock and the location of the old stone triangle on the shore. Near the end of this episode, the crew travels to the Ross Farm Museum in the town of New Ross, Nova Scotia. There, they meet with blacksmithing expert Carmen Legg, to whom they show a number of the iron rods uncovered at Smith's Cove, which have been variously identified as medieval crossbow bolts and the heads of Roman pilums throughout the season. Legg identifies the artifacts as crib spikes, which he describes as nail-like tools used in the creation of wharves, derricks, platforms, and cribbing. He then dates the artifacts from 1650 to 1800. Lastly, Legg analyzes a rusted wrought iron hinge discovered by Gary Drayton at Smith's Cove this episode. The blacksmith identifies the object as a hinge for a very, very thick door, and dates it from the early 1600s to the late 1700s. The treasure hunters then speculate as to the object's purpose. "I'm voting Floodgate," says Doug Kroll. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to read more about Season 6, Episode 16 of The Curse of Oak Island, please check out the link in the description.